You're not fit for the kingdom. Giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Shai Hashem Kakodash. You got a oh, right now you're looking at a, I'm gonna put this up raw. This is the video that the elder head of GMS Dallas, Elder Yashawamba. He just put up a video called Two-Edged Sword, The Truth. And I was listening to a little bit of it, and it made me think about, I just got finished watching a video with Westbrook. He's wearing a white dress, and I was going to do a video on that, and I was so disgusted. I said, let me just go someplace else. I don't even want to deal with that. Yeah, you niggas, man, you going to get fucked up by the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai. This place is going down. But I'm going to say this concerning you lukewarm men out there that came into this truth, and you came in on fire, and now it's just you have a nonchalant attitude about this truth. The scriptures, two scriptures come to mind. Peter's, 2 Peter's 1 verse 10, and I believe that's Hebrews 11 if I'm not mistaken. I got to look it up. Where Paul speaks about that you all show the same diligence. And Peter said, and Peter, the apostle Peter said, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. And I'm gonna just throw it out there. There's a lot of you out there that tasted this truth, and pretty much this is a nonchalant. You have a nonchalant attitude about the truth. You might do a video when the Spirit hits you, which might be once a year. You might not do it for 2 years. You might come out and teach, when it's seasonable. Not even in the summer, because the summer's too hot for you. The winter's too cold for you. You might come out in the late spring. And a lot of these Israelites out here, they do that. They come out when they want to come out. They do what they want to do, and which makes you lukewarm. The Most High is not dealing with anybody that's lukewarm. The Most High is not dealing with a dude or men that they'll do a video, then you don't see them for a whole year or even 2 years, and then they all of a sudden they pop out of nowhere and they start doing videos, and you get that a bunch of people praising you for coming back. You are not men of the Lord. You are not men of the Lord. You are lukewarm men. It said, he that taketh hold of the plow, because you're doing work, and looketh back, is not fit for the kingdom. You're not fit for the kingdom. So guess what? You will be destroyed. You will take the charagma. You're going to definitely take the charagma. And you're going to know not to take it. And you groups out there that are teaching that the MOTB is not the charagma, whether you say it's Christianity or whatever interpretation you come with, you're not doing the will of the Most High, and the Most High is going to destroy you and your group. The Most High is getting ready to break these groups up, man. Give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. Give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. Give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. But because you are lukewarm, the Most High said he will spew you out of his mouth. He will spew you out of his mouth. He will spew you out of his mouth. This, like I said, the Most High, he's only dealing with a few. He's which is called the elect. Many are called. All you guys that came in through the years, starting from 2007, when you first, watched the GMS videos up until now. Do you know how many people went back into the world? Do you know how many of men have, either got kicked out, left? We were talking about that this Saturday, man. I was speaking about this guy, Nazariah. That's just a name that came up. That he, we were speaking about that he, the first thing he said was, and he did it behind us, the elders at that time, or the apostles. He was secretly teaching that the tribe of Dan should be on the sign. And it got back to us. And we said that, well, he's out of the circle, so to speak, until he corrects himself. And he never corrected himself. And he was just out of there. He was doing his own thing out of Chicago. And he got a bunch of men to follow him. One brother, Yashawan, was that brother when I met him, cool brother. Yeah, I really loved that brother, but he, for other reasons, he somehow got with him, and they had like a crew, and then they were going out teaching what they were, what they got from us, the true teachers of the Most High, which includes the MOTB, and he slowly and then quickly, threw away everything that he was taught. Everything that we taught, all the breakdowns, he said, oh, that doesn't mean that. It means this, or you're going off on that. Debate me, T-God. And there was a point where he was going out there with the crew that he had, about 10 individuals. And then all of a sudden, they did a disappearing act. You didn't see him for about a year and change. Then they popped up, and then the people that were following them were saying, all praise to the Most High, glad to see you back. I never want to hear that from nobody. Oh, I'm glad to see you back, Elder Tahar, Apostle Tahar. I don't want to hear that, because my plans is never to leave. The ICGJC did that years ago, before Tazadakia did a disappearing act. The Most High took them, according to them, and they had a thing where they said the fire is back, or we're back. And I said, wait a minute, how can you be back when you wasn't supposed to leave in the first place? So they all turned their back on the plow. They took hold of the plow, looked back, and the scriptures clearly say, it doesn't say maybe, we might give you a second chance. Ain't no second chances in this thing, man. It said anyone that turns his back on the plow and take hold of the plow and look his back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. You are not going to make it. You are going to die the death of an Edomite. The destruction, that fire, is for the Edomites and the other nations, and a large segment of Israelites. And it's beautiful that we got with the so-called conscious community, and we were put on Sarnetta's platform, because the majority of the people, They rejected what we were saying. So we don't got to tell them nothing. We don't got to get with them guys. They're going to be judged. The Most High is going to make them all take the MOTB. Because they're not going to know, they don't know the scriptures that say not to take it. They can't equate that in the scriptures. You can't equate that in those so-called Kemetic books. You know, the MOTB is not in the 42 negative confessions, whatever the book of the dead, was it the Egyptian book of the dead. You are not Egyptians. Yeah, but going back to you wishy-washy, lukewarm guys, you guys that you don't see an individual for years, then all of a sudden they pop back like they never left. Their attitude is like they never left, man. Now you see Hebrews, the 4th chapter and 11th verse, right? Let me just read that. Let us labor. Satan. Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. And the reason why you guys are wishy-washy, the reason why you guys are lukewarm, because the Most High was never dealing with you in the first place. And he's going to destroy you. Give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. And that we all show the same diligence. The brothers in Great Millstone, all the camps, they're always out there. They're the major camps that are always out there. They're always doing sit-downs. They're always on the highways and the byways week in and week out. But then you got certain guys that are wishy-washy, that are lukewarm. And when you look up that word spew in Revelation 3 verse 15, the word there, the translation of the word, when you go back into the Greek, the word is to vomit. If you eat something that's bad for your system, your body, you eat a lot of junk food, every once in a while you'll throw up. If you eat good food, if you eat greens, I never threw up drinking a green smoothie that I made myself. Never threw it up. Never got sick. It said, for the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So the Most High knows you don't want to do this no more. To you, this thing is played out. You want to do something else. And some of you niggas that were part of GMS, you now Kemetic, man. You went back to the Baptist church. So the Most High knows exactly what he's doing. What happened to King Saul? King Saul didn't obey. Samuel said, rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. What do you do with a witch? You put that witch to death. So all of you are going to be put to death, man. The Apostle Paul said in 2 Corinthians 5 and 11, knowing the terrors of the Most High, we therefore persuade men. And what do you mean? What does it mean to persuade men? Go out on the highways and the byways, do these sit-downs, do what I'm doing right now. Can you imagine? You are going to die like you're an Edomite. The Most High is going to mistake you for an Edomite, a black Edomite. You fell off, you got weak, you turn your back on the plow because you, at the end of the day, you really don't believe this. You don't believe this. Pursuant to Romans, the 10th chapter, around about the 2nd verse, They have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. And they seek to, I'm paraphrasing, their own righteousness. They come up with their own righteousness. And you got GOCC, they're famous for teaching that Edomites can make it. They've been teaching that for years. And they got a lot of women following them. The scriptures say in Exodus 23, follow not a multitude to do evil or wickedness. It says, cursed be the man in Jeremiah, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh strength his arm. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and fools hate knowledge? And the Most High is going to do something to you men out there that came into this truth and turn your back on this truth. For the ones of you that are lukewarm. For the spies that are in here. Oh yeah, there's spies in all the camps. The guy that you cool with, the guy that you have drink with, he might be a spy. The Lord told Peter that the gates, upon this rock I shall build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. The gates of hell represent the left-hand side, these wicked Edomite elite. They're going to fail. They're getting ready to go into slavery. And they don't believe that. They're fighting against that. And they're demonizing us for telling the truth. Am I become your enemy because I give you the truth? We're giving you the truth and they're demonizing us. And the ones of you that turn your back on the plow, you can't get back. You can't, change your act, change your attitude, and come back into this thing. You're out, man. When the Most High took the spirit from King Saul, King Saul could never get that spirit back. And King David said, take not from me thy Holy Spirit. So even when King David committed adultery, the Most High still dealt with him, had forgiveness for him. You're going to find out this is not a trend, this is not a joke. This is not like a club that you get into it and you leave. You go to a gym, you get a membership, you no longer want to go to that gym, and then you just stop going. This is the truth, man. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. And death is coming to a lot of you. The Most High is going to make you take that MOTB, and then the Most High is going to fire you up. Shalom.